Good evening, Ruskin enjoyers. Hope you're doing alright, because it's time for the 48-hour analysis. Basically, in this video, I'm going to look at the skins of the current Rust store and make comparisons to previous Rust store skins to get a good idea in regards to how much will each of these skins sell by next Thursday, and then knowing that, we'll question, are these skins still going to hold up to be perfectly fine investments, or are there any potential problems that you need to be aware of? So sit back, relax, I'm going to start yapping. So, of course, for this week, not that many skins accepted, but it is expected with next week being complete the sets, and I am expecting a lot of skins that week. So, looking at the current progress for the first 24 hours of sales, I mean, Metallic Beast was selling very nicely. Kind of not surprised by that. We don't get that many bearskin rugs, and with that point, I can't help but assume that would probably work out very nicely in the future. Hopefully, we don't see any more bearskin rugs now that I've said that. Anyway, with its current progress, it's the top selling skin with almost 10,000 subscribers after 24 hours of sales, and then it just kind of drops off pretty badly down to about 6,000 subscribers with the Commando SAR. Now, not necessarily a bad thing for us, the investors, but like, I'm sure the skin creators would probably want a lot more sales. Either way, the lower sales are definitely looking very interesting for the Commando SAR, the Neon Bismuth Sheet Metal Door, and the Ultramarine Tier 3. Now, if we somehow see certain continuations that might appear, potentially, next week, complete the sets, well, they might, spike demand, spike in price quite nicely, and therefore, if they didn't sell too much, all the better for them to rise up in price. Now, we did talk about that last week, and let me tell you, after talking about that small box, it's already doing all right, and we haven't even seen signs of the furnace yet. Yes, the Forest Raiders furnace. Anyway, let's now showcase to you the first 48 hours of sales. So hopping out and going over to here we are. So overall, it's a bit tame, but it's not like going to be ridiculously low, but still not ridiculously high either. Okay, so let's now look at all of these skins and try and figure out how much they're going to sell by next Thursday. So Metallic Beast, you did 10,000 subscribers after the first 24 hours of sales. I'm making considerations. I think this is going to probably ramp up a little bit more towards the end, because I think after the buy orders that we can do on Wednesday night next week, there'll probably be a few more purchases at the very last second. I'm thinking that, well, looking at, comparisons that we can see here and whatnot, I am going to go with a solid guess, and I'm thinking it's going to probably do between 20 to 25,000 subscribers, much like the previous bearskin rug that we saw being accepted. Now, I kind of looked at the porcelain sheet metal door and the black diamond hoodie and pants as an example. Yes, I've looked at this beforehand, and if we could just go back and quickly remind ourselves how they ended up at, and as you can see, about 23,000 subscribers and 26,000 subscribers. I don't think it's going to be reaching up to 26,000 subscribers, but I do think it's going to get fairly close. So 20 to 25,000 subscribers. Now, hopping back over to here, just kind of showcasing this to you. We don't get that many bearskin rugs being produced on the workshop, and they can sell a lot, and it doesn't matter. Zombie bearskin rug, a Halloween skin that was accepted back in 2022 in October, of course. 35,000 subscribers, perfectly in the positive. It's doubled in price. Last year's Christmas gingerbread bearskin rug, sold at $1.49, 25,000 plus subscribers, doubled in price. But we're also getting closer to December, Christmas time, aren't we? So it's not too surprising to see that's going up in price right about now. And it potentially will be going even higher. Now, this one right here, as I said, 20 to 25,000 subscribers. When you look at all of the bearskin rugs that we have, there ain't that many. And looking at the current subscriber counts, I don't think we'll be surpassing these two. But it's going to probably easily surpass that, of course, yeah. So overall, a sheer lack of options will most likely help it out. But please remember this. Initially, the gingerbread bearskin rug did go down in price pretty hard. Now, again, it is a Christmas theme skin, but it went all the way down to 80 cents at one point. I won't be surprised if this does drop off. It won't be terrible, but I can anticipate it drops off quite a fair bit. Remember, we might be going through some good times at the moment, and in the lead up to January, post-Christmas, when there's expected to be even more people playing, even then, after that, we have Easter dip. So whilst things might be very nice for it initially, don't be surprised if it drops off eventually, all right? That's probably the best way of putting it. So keep that in mind. 20 to 25,000 subscribers. I think it'll be okay with a good buy order. You could buy some. As I said, maybe you want to sell them by January time. That'd be a perfectly fine thing to do. Cool. Right then, let's now move on to the next skin, Commando SAR. So as we hop over to here, as you can see last week, we had the Harbour Seal door doing 6,000 subscribers. But last week, everything was kind of tame, and this really did slow down. I thought that was going to do 13 to 14,000 subscribers. No, it ended up with like 11,000. We'll check up on that in a second. So if I had to just go further back and look at other skins that were accepted in the past and whatnot, is there something better I could probably compare to? I could go in between Greening Area Door and Tier 3 Armored Door here. I could look at Tank Armor Tier 3. You know what? There's quite a decent bit of interest in these skins because people looking at it and thinking, wow, budget green camouflage. So let's go check back at September 19, 2024. And of course last week as well. So doing that, and over to here, the Tier 3 armor ended up selling all the way up to, there we go, 14,700 subscribers, so around 15,000 subscribers. But then if I were to quickly just look at the Harbour Seal door from the previous week, oh no, it's 12,000 subscribers. Okay. So 12 to 15,000 subscribers, I feel like that's a perfectly fine thing to consider. If it loses momentum, it'll end up like the door. If it keeps the interest, it'll end up like the Tier 3 armor. Okay, so as I've said, this is basically a blackout SAR. It's got the exact same appearance almost. It's not a copy, but incredibly similar. And the blackout SAR costs about $6 at the moment. When there's a lot more people playing, even by like right now standards, it could push all the way up to $7 or $8. But now this has appeared, and it's basically half the price. It's not going to be selling as much as the blackout SAR. Right now, if I can just quickly showcase to you, I do believe it has 22,377 subscribers, almost at $6. So if this is going to be just a fair bit short by about almost 10,000 subscribers, then yeah, it would look appealing. But do remember, the Commando AK did go down in price, but the Blackout AK also did as well. This came out just before October. It did suffer a bit. But since I've been talking about that, turns out it's actually started to go back up in price. Let me just quickly grab my extension and turn it back on. I had to sign into the account, sorry about that. And as you can see, it has been improving. The price is getting very, very, very close to its Rustore price now. If the Blackout AK continues to be quite pricey, people will look for alternatives, and that is the best alternative. It looks exactly the same. So, will the SAR be in the exact same position? It looks like it's going to sell even less compared to the AK. So, cool. Keep that in mind. It is abnormal. We can do our abnormal barders next Wednesday night. Yep, Wednesday night going to Thursday morning. You know how it works. We could do the abnormal barders first, look at the support afterwards, then make considerations. But I am definitely keeping the consideration of the AK did go down by 20%, but it's recovering right now. Ooh. All right, anyway, nice. Let's move on. Here we have the Neon Bismuth Sheet Metal Door. And of course, as we hop over to here, I was about to look at the sheet metal double door there. This had 5,400 subscribers after the first 24 hours of sales. So if I had to do some comparisons, we could look at Not Friendly Wooden Door by a bit. Speed Rage Thompson as well. Yeah, okay, that's not too bad of a shout. So how did the both of those end up at? So as we go back to the previous week, and as you can see, the Not Friendly Wooden Door ended up at 11,000 subscribers, and the Speed Rage Thompson ended up at just over 12,000 subscribers. So if I were to generalise it a little bit more, I'm going to go with 11,000 to 13,000 subscribers as the estimate for the Sheet Metal Door, which is very low. Well, lower than what I would have initially thought. So looking at all these other skins, the lowest selling skin was the Sheet Metal Double Door at 15,600 subscribers. This is expected to do a few thousand less. And with even more potential on the horizon, which could potentially appear next week with Complete the Sets, I wouldn't be surprised, but I also kind of wouldn't be surprised if we don't see it, considering we have this Sheet Metal Door accepted just a week before it. Keep an eye out, you never know. Anyway, yeah, things are still looking pretty interesting. So Sheet Metal Doors, especially this $3 one right here. How many $3 sheet metal doors have we seen so far this year? Quite a lot. How are they faring? Well, so what was $3? If I could remind myself, I'm pretty sure that was $3 and that was $3, and you got plenty of doors selling at $2.49. Anyway, look at all of them. You might notice pretty much every single one of them is down in price. Ultramarine starting to recover. I wonder why. But yeah, even if it's part of a popular set, it can still go down pretty badly. But that means with a smart buy order, you could pick these up for a cheaper price and save some money. Ooh. So let's leave it till Wednesday, see how many sales have happened by then make considerations. Also, don't forget, I do believe skin creators can start submitting skins as of now. So if I could just quickly go over to here, I should be signed in. There's 2 garage doors, and that appears to be a Twitch drop. But I don't think anyone else has submitted skins yet. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Has Matt? Ooh, hello. Right, well, okay. I think we will be seeing some skins being submitted, but not that many. So keep an eye out on the workshop. So we could see some more Neon Bismuth skins being produced at this point I'm trying to get across. Neon Bismuth backpack. Why not? Right, anyway, so keep an eye out for that. Let's now talk about the Ultramarine Tier 3 armor. So hopping back over to here. This did not sell too much after the first 24 hours of sales. 4,500 subscribers, 4,500 subscribers basically. Is there a good comparison we can find? Well, not with the previous week. What about a bit further back? No, there's too much there. 4,500. We could probably look at Black Diamond Gloves and Abyss LR300 from, what was this, September 26. Okay, let's go do that. So hopping out of here, September 26. We can see that the Black Diamond Gloves right now are selling very nicely. Oh, yes. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to see the sales. This did 10,100 subscribers. This did 10,900 subscribers. So I'm sitting here thinking 10 to 11,000 subscribers is probably a very good estimate. So hopping back over to here, looking at the Ultramarine Tier 3 armor. I think a lot of people were a little bit scared because they thought it glowed in the dark, along with all the other deplorables. No, it does not glow in the dark. So I'm going to sit here and ask you, how likely do you think it is that we're going to see some Tier 2 armor and some hoodie and pants being produced? Well, considering we got all of these deplorables and potentially next week these double doors as well, I would be surprised if we see hoodie and pants or Tier 2 being submitted fairly soon. Will it be accepted? I feel like it's probably got a pretty decent chance. Also, how many blue collections do we even have? More specifically, clothing and armor. Azul, solar panel. There's some other ones I can't really remember. I remember Monument Memories face mask that looked like a blue big grin. But anyway, keep an eye on it. If we do see continuations, it don't really matter. And also, if it's only done 10 to 11,000 subscribers each, that really isn't that much. Let's just quickly look at all the face masks this year and kind of get a good idea in regards to how much did each sell and what seems to be an average amount. Because if it's below average, ooh. So 17,000, 15,000 Halloween ones, I don't really want to count those. 14,700, 13,400, 9,000, 20,000 plus, 7,700, 17. I think on average it's going to probably be around 15,000. And if that's selling less than that, things are looking pretty interesting. We can also look at the chest plates as well if you really want to, but I'm pretty sure it's fairly similar, but chest plates tend to sell just a little bit less. Either way, yes, Ultramarine doesn't look like it's going to be selling too much. And yes, I'm feeling optimistic. I'm thinking if we do see those continuations, we're going to have some fun. But with them selling at $2 a piece each, if we don't see the new core pieces being produced fast enough, I am going to question it a little bit more. Oh, and Skull Killer. There you go. Skull Killer was another blue one. Right, let's talk about Greening Area Large Box. So first of all, I'd just like to point out, this has already sold more than the Oasis Large Box in the previous week, so it's not going to end up like that. As you can see, hopping over to here, that did 6,174 subscribers. It's already gone down in price. What? It had hardly any listings. Well, there you go. Okay, I guess it's just not on demand. But yeah, looking at you, let's go hop back over to here. And you did 4,200 subscribers. I mean, I think we could just probably say the same number with the Ultramarine Tier 3, 10 to 11,000 subscribers, which is fine, you know. Bright green deplorables. This set has kind of worked out quite nicely. Even the sheep in the door is starting to recover. I have noticed that myself. So do you like the set? Do you appreciate the set? Is it bright enough for you? Will we see some more of this? I'm pretty confident we're going to be seeing more of this. We need a furnace. No, we need a rug so we can cover all of our base in this weird, strange green stuff. But yeah, no, that's working out perfectly fine. And with about 10 to 11,000 subscribers, if you're to compare to all the other large boxes, it would definitely be one of the lowest selling large boxes. All right, keep that in mind. With the progress it's had, with all these acceptances as of recent, do you think we'll be seeing some more greening area skins? Wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. So yeah, it would be one of the lower selling large boxes, but do keep in mind, I don't see many of them holding up price very nicely at the moment, so a smart barter might be the option. Cool. Nuke Room Small Storage. Right then, so hopping back over to here with the first 24 hours of sales, it did 3,800 subscribers. If I were to try and find something that could compare quite nicely to it, wow, it's kind of hard. I mean, we could probably look at Hellborn Custom SMG. maybe you could also look at the white holographic clothing. All right, we'll go in between. So this was a week 26. So let's go hop over to head there. And as we see, the Hellborn Custom SMG, that sold in the end 9,300 subscribers. And the week before that, we had the holographic clothing. That reached 8,000 subscribers. So I think maybe 8 to 9,000 subscribers is probably a perfectly fine thing to say. Yeah, no, that should be fine. That should be okay. So back over to here, looking at the Nuke Room Small Storage. I mean, yes, the collection is progressing quite nicely, but it doesn't seem to be retaining value quite nicely. That's the issue. Is it due to the fact that large boxes and garage doors are in abundance and nobody really cares enough about armoured doors? Probably. As you can see at the sheet metal double door, it's doing a good job retaining value, but that's like the only sheet metal door that hasn't really gone up in price that much. Well, I can't verify that right now, but other sheet metal double doors have been progressing very nicely over the course of this past month. With a lot of people playing the game, you know, demand has been pretty good. So just point it out. I am still a fair bit worried about it, and also small boxes this year, whilst a few have progressed quite nicely, most of them have kind of gone down in price. But as we get closer and closer to January time, even some of the neon small storages are progressing quite nicely and starting to get back up to their rush store prices. There you go, small storage, small med storage, you fool. Forest Raiders worked out quite nicely, but you know what? Lots of people went and bought that. Do they even feel the need to want to buy that? I think we're starting to notice that, aren't we? Yeah. Right, let's now talk about the Owl Totem then. So, hopping back over to here, we can see that that did 2,200 subscribers. What? That's nothing. So, we could look at this. Well, okay. Maybe Deep Sea SAR is probably a decent enough thing to compare to. Even then, it still feels like it's a little bit too much. So, Deep Sea SAR from the previous week, you only ended up with like 5,000 subscribers, didn't you? Yep, 5,400. And even then, I think it's going to be less. I'm going to sit here and say, for the Owl Totem AK47, I'm thinking it's going to do 4,500 to 5,500 subscribers. Yes, not that much. Not that much at all. We just got the Blue Gem AK47 Twitch drop for free. All right? I don't want to sound mean, but this doesn't compare to it. And it costs money. The AK we just got for free, Trainwrecks and XQC's Twitch drop. The aim sight, the red colouring on the blue looks wonderful. Obviously, the homage to the very valuable 661 pattern, case-hardened AK-47 in Counter-Strike. I mean, and that's an L. I don't want to sound mean, but you know what I'm talking about. The aim sight on it was immense. This is a standard aim sight. Bad timing for an AK to be in a Rust store is all I'm going to say. Kind of wouldn't be surprised if we see one next week, though. It wouldn't surprise me. But, yeah, doesn't seem like that's going to be selling that much. 4,500 to 5,500 sales. Right, that was pretty quick. I was very, very straightforward with this, wasn't I? So let's just talk about some other things. So I'm sure you probably have seen my recent video over to here. I talked about my inventory. I moved all of my skins over to a single account, my main account, and it basically amounted to being worth over $75,000. Now, I think half the reason why it's doing quite nicely at the moment, as I said, is because of the good player count. But if you watch this video, it's not just me sitting there and bragging, it's me quite literally talking about what I plan to do next. There are chapters, you can even get a link to smm.app for the inventory. But I talk about what I think is going to happen next in regards to January time. Everything's lining up perfectly where we're going to have a force wipe on January 2nd, 2025. There will still be people not working as much, kids not in school just yet. January 2025 is expected to possibly be even better than what we're currently looking at right now. So if we saw a peak player count of 190,000 for January 2024, don't you think we could go even higher? And just to point out, that only did 90,000 average player count for that month. The year before that, it did 95,000. I think we're going to see an average player count of over 100,000 for January 2025 and a peak player count going above 200,000. And that'll be the first time that's happened ever since the offline TV era, since early 2021, as you can see right there. It's going to be very, very, very fun and enjoyable, and with with a ton of people playing, you would expect so much more demand for skins, much better skin prices, and much better time to sell your Rust skins. That is what I am expecting. But I'm already starting to sell some skins. Now, I'm not selling skins that I think are worth quite a fair bit more, like camouflage skins, meta skins and whatnot. I'm just selling, like, random skins here and there in small batches, and they're selling. I've already made $100 after just one night of sales. I'm not joking. I am not joking. So I'm just throwing out a few Christmas skins just to see how quick they sell and whatnot. Some of them have sold just like that. It is looking pretty good. You could sell your skins right now, but I would definitely recommend you go and watch this video right here just to get a good understanding of everything I point out. Because yes, even though I have over 50,000 skins, I still want to sell them for the best potential profit. If you're not trying to aim for that, what are you doing? Please do not dump your skins. I also talk about that and demonstrate the issues behind that. Cool. So that's looking pretty good. Things are looking pretty nice. Yep, thank you to everyone who's been watching the videos. Honestly, with all the subscriptions I've been getting on YouTube this year, I've also got to sit here and say thank you very much for that as well. Now, hopping back over to here, keep an eye on the commits. It seems like something's being kept hidden right here, but it's currently hack week. Looks like we're getting some brand new models and materials for meat. Okay, no, that's fine. But as of next week, we're going to probably see what they're plotting for Christmas. Because surely they're maybe going to add something new. We've seen mentions of ice sculptures, which, okay, that might be a fun little activity, but what like new things are we going to actually get? Are we going to get some new items? We've got the Dracula cape for Halloween this year. Are we going to get anything for Christmas? Can I have like a little pet penguin or something, please? No, but you get the idea. Something might be cooking. I do remember there was a random mention of a Santa mask last year. It was mentioned once, never mentioned again. But you know what? Last year, there was also mentions of the Dracula cape. Mentioned once or twice, never again. But then we got Dracula cape this year. So what do you reckon? Maybe we'll see Santa mask this year? We shall see. I don't have the link right in front of me. Sorry about that. What if I type it in? What if I type it in? So capitalized Santa mask. Santa mask. Would it be underscore mask? So try that out. But yeah, if you keep an eye on the commits, you will see things like that being mentioned. Unfortunately, I can't seem to find it, so yeah, you get what I mean. Anyway, player count's doing good, lots of people playing, demand for skins doing very, very good. The sales, still quite tame, but that's fine. And as we progress closer and closer to January time, hopefully, as expected, things do improve and get even better. So if you happen to have a lot of skins, yes, you could sell your skins, just make sure you sell them in small batches, and that's it. So, very straightforward, quick video today. I greatly appreciate everyone who watched it. Catch you later. See you, goodbye.